The D.C. Council has voted unanimously today to formally reprimand Councilmember Jack Evans over allegations he used his public office for personal gain. Evans was also stripped of his responsibilities on the Finance Committee, specifically in the area of tax abatements, and he was also removed from his position overseeing Events D.C. and the Commission on Arts and Humanities. Now, Evans has admitted to using his government email address to seek business opportunities with companies that lobby the D.C. government. Before the vote to reprimand him, Evans offered an apology.
I have brought embarrassment to this council, to myself and my family. That being the most painful part of all of this.
Evans says going forward, he will work tirelessly to restore the trust of his constituents and colleagues. He is the council's longest-serving member.